Hello everyone, and welcome to Past the Post, and welcome to the off-season here in the UAE. So we're going to go over lots of racing from around the world. We kick off in the UK or at Newmarket for the Craven meeting, which started on Tuesday the 15th of April. First up, we had 3 pattern affairs, kicking off at 2:25 on Tuesday with the Feldine Stakes.
He's a homebred of Mr. Housings, and everyone at Landwades would be delighted. His father is doing really well, Study a Man. This is a gorgeous horse, beautiful looker, and he was really tough today on testing ground, and he probably isn't really hard fit, so hopefully he's one that the viewers at home can follow.
Second race of the day was the Earl of Sefton Stakes, a Group 3 that Ottoman Fleet for Godolphin has won the past 2 years. But his three-peat would be denied today by Persica, with Ryan Moore aboard for Richard Hannon. The son of Newbay won nicely by 2.5 lengths, but Ottoman Fleet ran well to finish second. First Conquest, also trained by Charlie Appleby, was back in third.
Ambiente Friendly, leading from Persica. Ottoman Fleet moves to try and get right on the tail of Ambiente Friendly. A notable move there by William Buick. First Conquest comes next. So now Ambiente Friendly trying to stack them up. How much energy was it?
He had a very good year last year. Sean liked him. And I think Richard felt 9 furlongs with ease in the ground would suit him ideally. And race worked out very well. Got a lovely lead off the Glen Eagles horse there. And he was going very well and took me going to the front, going too well too early. But I didn't want to sort of stop his rhythm. Yeah, give me a good feel. Hopefully they'll have plenty of fun with him this year.
And the third race of the day was Lenoir Stud Nell Gwyn Stakes, a Group 3 affair, where Zanzoon and those famous Juddmonte colours won nicely. The daughter of Dubawi, out of Franconia, beat out Celestial Orbit by a length and 3/4. Kieran Schumacher with
Guaro Blossom has the advantage from Arabian Dusk and Binyarella Bay with Cartwheel over there and Kaliga. Behind these is Nadra, Standside Remart, and the last 3 remain Zanzoon. Verse of Love still travels strongly, still held onto by William Buick, buried away in the Godolphin Blue, just beginning to try and angle out for a run. Arabian Dusk moves up on the outside of Binyarella Bay. Nadra, Verse of Love, still Remart, Arabian Dusk, Nadra.
Yeah, she travelled nicely, and she was tried over the mile and clearly didn't quite stay, like she will again, but she's a horse with plenty of speed and she relished the softer conditions.
The Craven meeting continued on Wednesday, the 16th. We had 2 group affairs that day, including the Aberdeen Stakes, a Group 3 affair, 6 furlongs where Sadger, the joint favourite, won nicely. Grand Grey was back in second, while Lethal Levi was third. Oisin Murphy, getting another win of the day, got one on the board. It was an invader, as Andre Fabre trained the winner.
Lethal Levi has crossed right over to the fence. A length clear from Run to Freedom in second. In third was Sagir. Follow on towards the outside, Romantic Style. And the last 2, Royal Sabile, and last of all is Grand Grey. So they've come right over to the near side this time with 2.5 furlongs to go in the Aberdeen. Lethal Levi begins to stretch them. Goes a length clear from Run to Freedom. A neck back to Sagir, Romantic Style. Apollo Levi, Run to Freedom.
He really had good form. He wasn't beaten very far in a few top races in France last summer. And I think he's done well as a 4-year-old. He won on his debut this season, and Andre Fabre was very happy with him.
And the namesake race of the weekend was the Craven Stakes, a Group 3 affair over 1 mile, and a course and distance prep for the 2,000 guineas. The Gosdens and those famous Pink and Green of Juddmonte got another big win on the weekend. This one was a field of gold with Kieran Schumacher.
Mori City, then behind these Benevento New Century.
So they, strangely enough, rather than staying up the middle where the stalls is, they brought the race over to the stands rail, and immediately you're in a position, you're down on the rail with about 8 horses in front of you. So obviously Kieran's done the right thing, which is between the 4 and the 3, he's got enough horses, he says, I'm going to get out. Maybe to even circle the field. In the end, it split. But he got off the rail. If he hadn't made that move then, he'd been boxed in, he'd have been beaten.
On Thursday at Newmarket, while we didn't have any pattern affairs to speak of,
From the Cape.
On Friday, the 18th of April, we head over to Newcastle for 7 affairs definitely worth watching. First up, we had the only pattern affair of the day on this all-weather championship day, the listed Buridan Stakes for the 3-year-olds over a mile. Glittering Legend and Daniel Muscat won by a neck here over Beaumark, the 6-4 favorite. Off at 9-2, the James Falshan Train winner won for the 3rd time on the bounce. Royal Playwright rounded out the top 3.
As they go inside the final 4 furlongs, so going past halfway, it's Michael Schofield dictating the pace by 3 parts of a length to Nordic Norm towards the near side. Titanium Emperor out in the centre, followed by Royal Playwright. Glittering Legend is behind those, followed by Beaumark still in rear, and they're inside the final 3 furlongs and the pace is quickening. Michael Schofield by a neck towards the right, Titanium Emperor trying to get up sides. Backing out of it, Nordic Norm to the near side, Glittering Legends picking up, and here's Beaumark with a big effort towards the far side in the pink and royal blue striped jacket. Back towards the final furlong and a half they go. Beaumark's just about hit the front. Glittering Legends got the near side rail to help though. Royal Playwright is next as they go inside the furlong. Beaumark tackled by Glittering Legend, who's finishing really quickly towards the near side. Glittering Legend hits the front. Beaumark battling back on the far side. Glittering Legend doing enough though, takes out the opener.
I'm absolutely delighted. He's a star horse, this. Mark Westay bought him at the Somerville sale, and he was very naughty to begin with, but now he's getting it together. He's a really useful 3-year-old.
And just talk us through your thoughts there as that race unfolded.
Well, I said to Dan, get some cover, because we thought there'd be some pace, but it looked like in front they were controlling it. It didn't look like they were going that quick, actually, but he came in there travelling beautifully, and then I just hope he'd seen the Gosden horse up the middle. But, he's tough and he's experienced, and that probably stood him in good stead today.
The second race, and the first of the all-weather championships on the day, was the all-weather 3-year-old championship handicap for 3-year-olds over 6 furlongs. Berkshire Whisper won this one, backing up his 9-2 favoritism, beating out Matchster Technician, as well as Cyclonite in 3rd. Oisin Murphy was aboard for Andrew Balding.
Dark Ace, the maroon and white in the noseband. The blue and white to the far side is Hello Zaman. Under the near side rail, Berkshire Whisper continues to race prominently. Dark Ace just behind them with good banter in the dark blue and yellow to the far side. So Don Hot's red cap parked in behind them will need a bit of room, and they're followed through by Hugh Mam as they come back towards the final furlong and a half. Marshogian makes ground on the far side. Cyclonite's right there towards the near side. Berkshire Whisper has now quickened on. Berkshire Whisper to Cyclonite. Marshogian on the far side, then good banter inside the final half furlong they go. Berkshire Whisper and Oisin Murphy towards the near side, powering to the line, and Berkshire Whisper will go on to land the spoils.
Second race of the day was the Filly and Mares Championship Handicap. 4-year-old nut fillies and mares over 7 furlongs on the straight. It was a big shocker in this one as 200-1 Heavenly Heather got it done for Amy Welp and Tracy Waggett. Hermes Gray was back in second for Ross O'Brien, and Shallow was third. The big favourite in the race, Cloud Cover, could only manage 10th.
Inside the final half mile, they're approaching the halfway point. It's Brazilian Rose who's gone to the front for Laura Coughlin by 3 parts of a length. To the far side, Calianassa in the pale blue. Near side in the noseband is Too Much. Tucked in behind those, Pasha gets a tap down the shoulder. Followed through by Shallow, who's trying to pick up. Then Gaiety Musical towards the far side, followed by Powdering. Heavenly Heather is next. Aramis Gray trying to weave through. Cloud Cover still well back there inside the final couple of furlongs. And Brazilian Rose out in front leads by a couple of lengths. Giving chase is Shallow, followed through by Powdering in the noseband, who's trying to pick up as well. So too Heavenly Heather behind them. Inside the final furlong, Aramis Gray is beginning to lash home on the far side. Heavenly Heather towards the near side. Aramis Gray and Heavenly Heather as they race towards the line. Heavenly Heather for an upset goes on to score. Aramis Gray in second.
The all-weather championship's mile followed, obviously over 8 furlongs, and was won well by Storm Star. Jason Watson, another win for Andrew Balding, the trainer. Wild de France finished second for Jonathan Gosden and Oisin Murphy, while Apiarist, with Tom Eves for Kevin Ryan, rounded out the top 3. It was another victory for Darley's star stud, Knight of Thunder, a son of Dubawi.
But it's Valiant Force who's heading them off down past halfway. Valiant Force by 3 parts of a length, then inside the 3. Towards the far side, Storm Star is next from Symbol of Light. There followed by Roi de France, right in behind the pace. Extreme Right trying to pick up his cracking goal from off the pace. Exquisite Acclaim kept going behind those. Storm Star just about hits the front, battling away to the near side is Valiant Force. Roi de France is right in the wing mirrors and now drawn out for an effort. And trying to stay on behind them is Kingdom Come. And Apiarist out wide, but inside the furlong, Storm Star being attacked by Roi de France. France. Half a furlong out, Storm Star driven on here by Jason Watson is holding Roi de France at bay, and Storm Star will go on to score to Roi de France in second, Aperis for third.
The all-weather sprint followed, 6 furlongs on the straight over that Newcastle all-weather, and We Never Stop indeed did not, winning by a head over Run Boy Run. Shane Gray was aboard for Kevin Ryan. Marshman rounded out the top 3 as the 3-1 favourite for Carl Berg.
And they're blazing down towards halfway already. Run Boy Run under the near side rail with the black cap. Right upsides him is We Never Stop, followed through by Heathcliff in the striped jacket. Right behind those in the black and red jacket, Apache Outlaw is next from 5,000 to 1. Marshman starts to pick up strongly in the white jacket with the black spots on the sleeves. Back inside the final furlong and a half, We Never Stop. Towards the near side, Run Boy Run is scrapping away. Right behind them, Apache Outlaw, then Marshman. Not many have got into it. It's We Never Stop who's forced his way back to lead. Marshman still trying to finish on the far side. Run by Run back for more towards the near side rail. They hit the line. We Never Stop takes out the sprint.
The all-weather Easter Classic middle distance handicap followed. This one for 4-year-olds and up over 10 furlongs. Salamanca and David Eakin for Jane Chapel Hyam and that famous white bridle won nicely by a neck over Old Harrovian. The 6-4 favourite runner-up was a bit of a disappointment under Oisin Murphy for Andrew Balding. Charlotte's Web round out the top 3.
They head down the home straight, back towards the final 2.5. Salamanca now being tackled by Penzance. Glenn Buck's right in behind them. Charlotte's Web picking up Green Cap towards the far side. They're followed through, trying to run on by Paradise, but inside the final furlong they come now. And it's Salamanca trying to repel all borders here. Charlotte's Web to the far side. Penzance next. Old Harrovian is attacking late. They come back inside the final half furlong. Salamanca from Charlotte's Web and Old Harrovian still finishing fast. They hit the line. Salamanca won it.
And the final all-weather championships race at Newcastle on that Friday was the Marathon Handicap, over 2 miles and 56 yards, or 2 miles and a half furlong. Wonder Legend, another See the Stars winner on the afternoon, and another winner for jockey Daniel Muscat, won well for James Ferguson. Tribal Star was back in second, with Heathen in third.
Coming back to the final 3 furlongs now. Plage de Havre, Oisin Murphy trying to kick off the frontier, leads by just over a length. Giving chase is Circuit Breaker, travelling very smoothly into it. Roaring Legend, the grey horse. Duke of Oxford towards the right. Behind those Wonder Legends trying to pick up the red and white striped cap. And Tribal Star getting going late in the white cheek pieces. All change up front here as they come to the final furlong. Roaring Legend pounced on by Wonder Legend, who hits the front. Tribal Star coming out of the pack, and from nowhere Heathen in the black and orange to the far side, but it's Wonder Legend kicking on here for Danny Muscat. Well inside the final half, Wonder Legend is starting to clear away and will go on to win the marathon handicap. A double for Danny Muscat.
Now we head across the Atlantic over to the United States, where 2 big races are definitely of note, both Group 2s, but both with classy Group 1 horses. With the Grade 2 Oaklawn Handicap, it's Godolphin getting on the board with First Mission. 7-5 favorite, backed up favoritism under Flavian Pratt for Brad Cox with a dramatic late run. Banishing, a former Godolphin runner, finished second, giving Godolphin bred horses a 1-2 finish. Defending champion Skippy Longstocking was back in third under Arad Ortiz.
First Mission still looking for room. He's going to come through between horses now. Down the lane, Banishing's in front. First Mission's got dead aim on him, though. Skippy Longstocking, he's beaten on the rail third. Here comes First Mission on the inside of Banishing to snatch the lead away. And it's First Mission drawing clear, edging away for an Oaklawn Handicap win. Flavian Pratt and First Mission win the Oaklawn Handicap.
We're very lucky to have him on board today, and he split the seam there and gave him a great ride. Had a nice stalking trip, saved all the ground, and I couldn't have ridden him any better. So that made up for maybe last year at Highland Falls where we didn't quite get there. So it's fabulous result, and we've always thought very highly of this horse, and I know Brad has always thought he was a top horse, so maybe this will get him on the right track for going forward as well.
And over at Santa Anita on the other side of the country, Rishi, a dual Group 1 winner over in Chile, won her second graded stakes in the United States. Dubai favorite Antonio Fraser was aboard, winning his first stakes for Bob Baffert. Bob Baffert finished 1-2 as Splendor was second. Ultimate Authority rounded out the top 3 for Tim Yakteen.
It's to Ricci, who's full of run at the 8th pole. And Ricci has a 4-length lead. Splendora is trying her best, but no match for the classy Ricci, who makes every pole a winning one in emphatic fashion. Ricci dazzles home in the Santa Maria. Splendora second by a block.
And last but not least, we go all the way to Japan for the richest race of the week, the Group 1 Satsuki Show, or 2,000 guineas. The big favorite on the day at 1-2 was Croix du Nord. He took the lead in the middle of the stretch, but was easily reeled in by Museum Mile. The winner won by a length and a half, with Masquerade Ball back in third.
18 Colts now turn for home in the Satsuki Show, and Faust Rasen still has it from Juta, but here's Croix du Nord, and what an exciting prospect this horse is, but he's got a bit of company here with Museum Mile and Saturn O'Shany, and Museum Mile goes up to Croix du Nord and takes it over now under Joe Maria. Museum Mile wins it from Croix du Nord, Masquerade Ball, then came Saturn O'Shany, Giovanni next, then Magic Sands behind Magic Sands.
Now let's look at what's coming up this week. On Friday the 25th, we have one of the last stakes of the Keeneland meeting, the Grade 3 Bewitched Stakes, a $350,000 affair with Forever After All for Brendan Walsh is the favorite. Wathmount Stables' Immensitude and Moigler Stud's Eternal Silence book the ones to threaten. And all eyes will be on Hong Kong this weekend, as the Group 1 Champions Mile, Group 1 Chairman Sprint Prize, and Group 1 Queen Elizabeth II Cup all feature. Mr. Brightside, Voyage Bubble, Gaia Force, and Bahrain's Goman look to feature in the Champions Mile. In the Sprint Prize, it's all about Ka Ying Rising, the world's top-rated sprinter. He will be challenged by Japan's Group 1 winner Satono Rev and Denon McKinley, who was third here in the Alcohol Sprint. And lastly in Hong Kong, the QE2 Cup is headlined by Goliath, Prognosis, a dual runner-up in this race, Dubai Honor, Tastiera, Caliph, and Liberty Island. And over in France, on Sunday, we have the Prix Garnet, with many top horses going after €300,000. Sosi, Aventure, Dalwerfa, and Kalpana are among the entries. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you here next week on Past the Post. In the meantime, my name is Michael Adolphson, and may all your photo finishes be winning ones.